Avida Gambi Avichara Samadhi Bhavese Sabidi Gambi Samadhi Bhavese Nibidi Gambi Samadhi Bhavese Sahagadambi Samadhi Bhavese Ubaka Sahagadambi Samadhi Bhavese. What is the meaning? Anuruddha, when these minor defilements are dispelled and I should develop concentration in a threefold manner. Then I developed concentration with applying thoughts and sustained thoughts. Developed concentration without applying thoughts and sustained thought. Developed concentration without applying thoughts and without sustained thoughts. Developed concentration with joy, pity, and without joy. Developed concentration with happiness, and developed concentration with equanimity. That jhana is associated with two jhana padas, sukha and ekaggata. Fourth jhana is associated with two jhana padas, ubeka and ekaggata. Under the Bodhi tree and last watch, before attaining Magga Phala, before realizing Nibbana, at that time our Bodhisattva practice fivefold Raguni jhana as well as fourfold Raguni jhana both. But when practicing Vipassana near his attainment, at that time he practiced first jhana dhammas as anicca, dukkha, anatta. He contemplated first jhana dhammas as anicca, dukkha, anatta. At that time he became Sotapanna Satri Vana. Again he practiced, he re-established second jhana concentration and he contemplated second jhana dhammas as anicca, dukkha and anatta. At that time he became Vasradhana Skadagami. Again he re-established that jhana and he contemplated that jhana dhammas as anicca, dukkha and anatta. At that time he became Naradana Anagami. Again he re-established fourth jhana concentration and he contemplated fourth jhana dhammas as anicca, dukkha and anatta. And at that time he became Arhat. That Arhat path is associated with Sabbenyutta Jnana, omniscient knowledge. At that time he became Samma Sambuddha, self-enlightened one. Therefore, commentary explains, Bhagavadohi Patama Mego Patame Jhanigo Hosi Dutiya Deo Dutiya Dadiya Chtuda Jhaniga. What is the meaning? The Buddha's first path knowledge is associated with first jhana. Second path knowledge is associated with second jhana. Third path knowledge is associated with that jhana. Fourth path knowledge is associated with fourth jhana. In this way is explained. But here is very important one sentence. I want to recite this sentence. Buddha continues this last sentence. Jnane chapana me dasana udabadi akubba me cheda vibodhi aya madima jadi nati dhani puna bodhi. What is the meaning? The knowledge and vision arose in me. I knew that my liberation is unshakable. Akubba me cheda vibodhi. This is my last path. Aya Mandima Jadi. Nati Dani Buddha Bodhi, there is no more rebirth, no more renewed existence for me. This is the last one. In this way, Buddha concludes his Dhamma talk. Then the Blessed One said thus, and Venerable Niruddha delighted in the words of the Blessed One. So now finish the Upakilesa Sutta Varnana. Upakilesa Sutta. In the same way, in many suttas, like Venerable Goninya, when they begin Arhat, there is very peculiar words. Kina Jadi, birth is destroyed. Usidam Brahmacharya, I had lived holy life. Kadangarinya, I had done what should be done. Nabra Ita Dayadi Bhajanadi, there's nothing to me to do anymore for realization of Nibbana. Aya Mandi Majadi, this is last part. Nati Dani Buna Bodhi, there is no more rebirth now. In this way, many suttas, when they begin Arhat, they also mention. In the same way, our Buddha is highest Arhat, because his Arhat path is associated with omniscient knowledge. So when he began Arhat, he also announced, this is my last path, there is no more rebirth. Today we would like to explain Ratha Vinida Sutta, the relay chariot Sutta of Majjhima Nikaya. Before we are trying our Dhamma talk, first we should try to pay respect to the Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times together. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. In this sutta, there is one important question. Venerable Sariputta asks us to the Venerable Buddha this question. Kimata Auso Bhagavati Brahmacharya Vusadi. Now pray, for the sake of what then is the holy life lived under the Blessed One? Anubhada Prinibbānathaṃ kho auso Bhagavati Brahmacharya Hosati. Pray, it is for the sake of final cessation without clinging, Anubhada Prinibbāna, that the holy life is lived under the Blessed One. In this way, Venerable Buddha gives the answer. In the same way, today I want to ask you one question. For the sake of what do you live in this Buddha's dispensation? You will answer. How will you answer? If you want to answer correct in a correct way, you must give the same answer like Venerable Pona. For the sake of final cessation without clinging, Anubhada Pranibhana, we live holy life in this Buddha's dispensation. In this way, you must give correct answer. If you want to live a holy life in this Buddha's dispensation, what you should first do. There are many suttas which explains how you should live a holy life in this Buddha's dispensation. Among those suttas, Ratha Vinida Sutta is one of them. So today we would like to explain Ratha Vinida Sutta. On one occasion, the Blessed One was living at Rajagaha in the bamboo grove, the squirrel's sanctuary. Then a number of bhikkhus from the Blessed One's native land, who had spent the rains retreat there, went to the Blessed One and, after paying homage to him, sat down at one side. The Blessed One asked them very important question. Bhikkhus, who in my native land is esteemed by the bhikkhus there, by his companions in the holy light, in this way. Having few wishes himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on pureness of wishes. Content himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on contentment. Secluded himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on seclusion. Aloof from society himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on aloofness from society. Energetic himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on arousing energy. Addicted to virtue himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on the attainment of virtue. Addicted to the concentration himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on the attainment of concentration. Addicted to wisdom himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on the attainment of wisdom. Addicted to the deliverance himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on the attainment of deliverance. Addicted to the knowledge and vision of deliverance himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on the attainment of the knowledge and vision. Knowledge and vision of deliverance. He is one who advises, informs, instructs, urges, rouses and encourages his companions in the holy life. This is the Buddha's question. At the day, bhikkhus gave the answer to the Buddha in this way. Venerable Sir, the Venerable Pona, the son of Mandani Brahmani, is so esteemed in the Blessed One's native land, by the bhikkhus there, by his companions in the holy life in this way. Having few wishes himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on pureness of wishes. Content himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on contentment. Secluded himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on seclusion. Aloof from society himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on aloofness from society. energetic himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on arousing energy. Addicted to Bhaju himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on the attainment of Bhaju. Addicted to concentration himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on the attainment of concentration. Addicted to wisdom himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on the attainment of wisdom. Addicted to deliverance himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on the attainment of deliverance. Addicted to the knowledge and vision of deliverance himself, he talks to the bhikkhus on the attainment of the knowledge and vision of deliverance. He is one who advises, informs, instructs, urges, rouses, and encourages his companions in the holy life in this way. Buddha's native land is Kapila Votu. Buddha was born there. Venerable Bona also was born there. But Venerable Bona is not the Sakya. He is the son of one Brahmani called Mandani. He is the nephew of Venerable Kundinya. Venerable Kundinya, before he is going to Himalaya, he thinks, when the Buddha was expounding Dhamma, at that time Venerable Sariputta is right side, Venerable Mahamoggallana is left side. The leader of right side is the leader of bhikkhus of right side is Venerable Sariputta. The leader of left side of Buddha of bhikkhus is the Venerable Mahamoggallana. But the Venerable Kundinya sit behind the Buddha. At that day, Venerable Sariputta must pay respect to the Buddha as well as to the Venerable Kundinya. In the same way, Venerable Mahamoggallana also must pay respect to the Buddha as well as to the Venerable Kundinya. So Venerable Kundinya think this is not suitable for me, so I should stay alone in the Himalaya in the forest. Before I am going to forest, I should put one attendant on behalf of me near the Buddha. So while he is reviewing, he saw his nephew Venerable Bona. So he fetched Venerable Bona and sent to the Buddha. Under the guidance of the Buddha, he ordained Venerable Bona. And he gave the Venerable Bona as an attendant on behalf of him. And then he went to Himalaya. Later, Venerable Bona became Arhat and became famous top Dhammacatika, Dhamma preacher. In this sutta, Buddha gave instruction 10 types of suitable dogs for bhikkhus and bhikkhunis. What are the 10 types of suitable dogs? Number 1, abhijjo, having few wishes. Number 2, santotto, content. Number 3, pavivitto, secluded. Number 4, asamsato, aloof from society. Number 5, aradaviriya, energetic. Number 6, sila sampanno, attained to bhaju. Number 7, samadhi sampanno, attained to concentration. Number 8, Pinya Sampanno, attain to wisdom. Number 9. Vimukti Sampano, attain to deliverance. Number 10. Vimukti Jnana Darsana Sampano, attain to knowledge and vision of deliverance. Altogether, there are 10 types of suitable thoughts. Number 1. Abhijjo. We would like to explain one by one. Number 1. Abhijjo, having few wishes. Concerning about this, commentary explains 4 types of ichcha, 4 types of wishes. Number 1, adhiricchata. The person whose desire is in excess. What is the person whose desire is in excess? Saga labhe adhita sa para labhe patana. One bhikkhu does not have contentment with his gains. He always expects others' gains. For example, while offering food to the bhikkhus, lay devotees carry one big pot. They offer food to the bhikkhus one by one. But that the person whose desire is in excess think the food in his bowl very poor quality. The food in others' bowl is very good, high class, very good quality. he there. But actually it is same. The food in his bowl is very few quantity. The food in others' bowl is many quantity. But actually same. So this person is think like that only. In the same way, when you are eating, you may see others' plate. Oh, in her plate a lot of food. In my plate only few quantity. Such type of desire is not good for bhikkhus and bhikkhunis. Venerable Bona, he had no such desire. He always admonished not to have such type of desire to his companions, to his bhikkhus. Therefore, while eating, you should not try to see others' plate, others' bowl. You must concentrate on your food and please reflect with reflecting knowledge. Please eat, it is better. Number 2 is pabicchata. The person who has evil intention. The person who has evil intention means what? Commentary explains asanda guna sambhavana. One who has no such good qualities, but he reveals he has such and such good qualities. For example, Saddha. Faith. Faith means strong, powerful faith to the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha in the workings of karma. But he had